Hello, Digital Tribe. It's me, Evaldes, and this is my show, Evaldes Daily Talks, from Monday to Friday. Hi. Um, let's talk about weekends. Weekends are good. We love weekends, and we tend to dislike or even hate Mondays. But why? There's a reason why. Probably something isn't right about uh, the life plan itself. I think so. Like for me, it's usually okay. Uh, I even love Mondays because I can I can pretend that I don't want to party. I'm joking. Not. Mm, no, let's talk about charging batteries over the weekend. I think one of the biggest issues, psychological issues with the people is misunderstanding of the um things that matter. Priorities are mixed up so much. For example, the idea of relaxation uh, is totally, completely misunderstood by the majority of the people. I mean, uh, I I've seen so many times that people don't have any doubts about the idea that you have to celebrate uh, anything or almost anything, and the best way to celebrate is to fuck yourself up by the use of different drugs, starting with alcohol and I don't know, nicotine and weed, some powders, tablets, I don't know what else, every possible single stupid shit, and it's so not correct. I mean, you have to charge your batteries, and we are using some substances to bring us down uh, in so many ways. Like it's probably coming from the willingness to be irresponsible, at least for a while. But it's it's actually in a completely different level what it supposed to be. And if you would analyze behavior uh, of the people as a species, uh, you know, we are we're actually mm, very much in control of our mm, desires, like initially probably sexual desires and the basic needs, but that part is actually kinda was just the beginning of the journey in the world of desires. I mean, we want so many things. Like if something if something shiny happens to be in front of our eyes, we are easily attracted to that thing and distracted from the boring stuff usually in comparison. If you get person's attention, you can drag that person towards something incredibly negative or stupid. That's how our brain operates, and uh, during the weekends we often sabotage ourselves, but it's it's just the one the one part of the equation. There's another part where when we are mm, accepting reality, accepting belief systems, uh, like the fundamental ideas, what's good, what's bad, and what's acceptable, what's okay to do, what's better to avoid, and what's completely taboo. Uh, we all have the some kind of evaluation system on the things, even the quality of the stuff around us. There's always a system. Like some people don't care about the quality of the pen, but there are people who are really like let's say posh or fussy. uh, and you know there are different kind of people, but the 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 fact that we have to balance uh, our behavior, that's that's for sure. And you know okay, let's come back to the idea of the weekend. In my opinion, perfect weekend is a active weekend. To be involved in some good activities, maybe crazy in a good way, something extreme. At least for me, sometimes you want to relax and it's okay to lie on the beach, or I don't know, just go for a walk with your family, visiting parks, interesting places, doing some sports, going to concerts, listening to music, driving, swimming, anything. That's all good. And like in my environment, there's too much laziness, uh, and it's just not laziness. Laziness is not that bad uh, initially, but you know, in the world where we have to constantly improve, innovate, and improve ourselves, innovate around us, and uh, teach and learn, and move somewhere physically. I mean, physically moving, being active, having a strong body is necessary in my opinion if you want to be in a good position. I mean, in in life strategically, like when you look for good things to happen in your life, you just have to be active and positive, and ready for the change, ready for the challenge, and aware of the things that are happening right now. And when you're actually going somewhere out of your house, and you are meeting other people, you are socializing, and that's really good. That's very good thing to do. Um, like emotionally, it's pleasant usually, unless you meet idiots and you are too weak, too, I don't know, too nice to get rid of the stupidity in your life. Then it's your own fault. It's your own mistake. But there are good companies. There are good friendships, and it's it's all very pleasant to 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 be around, you know. So it's, and you know, like when you're talking to the people, you are getting, receiving something, and you're sharing, you are giving away your ideas, your presence, and your positivity, and that works well for everyone around. And charging, being active during the weekend in a positive way is so much better than mm, going wild, you know, like, going in the mode of the party animal. I've I've done that quite quite a lot. That there were periods of my life when I went, how they say, I went bunkers. So yeah, and it's not worth it uh, when you're thinking about the big picture of your life. It's true, and you know, basically, uh, I think people when they are uh, celebrating uh, something just because it's weekend, uh, they are misled. They are lost. They are actually mm, kind of mm, what can I say? They are sabotaging themselves just because I think they went they have made the wrong choice, like long-term choice, and after that there's a burning desire to come back, to drop back, but you know, the associations with the people, the personal weakness, and you know, the mm, just general uh, general ignorance, lack of passion, interest, or simply organized activities, the lack of uh, common sense. It all brings down to the thing where you are trying to get out of the situation in the most uh, in the stupidest way possible, which is poisoning yourself. Uh, and I've tried both. I've tried being sober. I've tried being fucked up, and I can tell you that that being sober is so much better. But you have to get used to that. You have to develop your new patterns. You have to develop new thinking. You have to change your own attitude towards things, and you have to rethink everything you're doing. You have to take another look at your own choices that are made in the past, and probably I can tell you there are so many choices that are not actually yours, but you know, you just uh, accepted that just because it was normal for the people around you, and you this way you're sabotaging yourself. You start doing something what's not correct for your own personality, for your own understanding, for your own well-being, and you know, for your for your mental health, in a way that you are breaking your own uh, natural mm, mm, how would you call, not the desires. Desires are always there. We we are okay to that, but you know, the ability to be strong about your own needs, and uh, being flexible enough to not hurt other people around you, and that's why I actually need. Well, that's why we all need education. You know, somebody said that education mm, is actually the way. Like when you are educating yourself, you are learning to uh, um, mm, to get something you want, you need, whatever. It's just up to you. You learn to get something valuable, of course, uh, that is like in the way, when you are not hurting something else or somebody else. You know, you're not breaking things, but you more like creator. And you're not avoiding responsibility, and you are basically uh, uh, you know, doing good for yourself, but at the same time you're able to help others, you know, to bring others together. But probably you have to make sure that you don't hurt other people when you are dragging them towards your own understanding and towards your own dreams, you know, towards your big vision. Uh, and mm, you know, for me, like I have so many ideas going through my head right now, and about employment and business people, about relationships between people. Mm, mm, what should I tell on top of this? Probably I should leave for the next talk, because I I'm kind of tapping into the big subjects, and you know, the this episode might expand more than I expected if I go deeper and deeper, layer after layer. But maybe it's okay. I don't know. Mm, so well, let's finish uh, this topic of the, you know, mm, like the question that I'll try to answer the question. What is the good weekend? The good, like, okay, that's the question, and the answer is that. um, um, what is a good weekend? The good weekend is the weekend which is allowing to go away from some of your uh, worries, and you, like, temporary for a day or two, and at the same time you would be charging your batteries for the next week, for Monday, Tuesday, and so on. But you know, not only the batteries, but you have to feel yourself, your own personality. You know, there are different situations, and there's always tension somewhere. Uh, you know, you might have some I know uh, some conflicts, some tensions, uh, like critical points where you are not confident at work or in some kind of relationship, or somebody's letting you down, and these are all those, no, pain points, and you have to basically during the weekend you have to go away from your pain points in a way where you are not creating new pain for yourself, for your body, for your brain, for your spirit, for your feelings, emotions, for your friends, family members, for the co-workers, for the neighbors, for the people on the street as well. And you while doing all that, you have to prepare for the work next week. Like actually, I think nobody else said that. I'd say weekend is a mini holiday, or maybe even micro holiday sometimes. But it's true, and uh, and the holiday is the party, but the parties are different. It's not necessarily something something that hurts your well-being. It's just not. And well, actually, you could argue that going for a hike or climbing walls, or I don't know, street sorry, doing some crazy stuff like extreme sports. I even something more traditional, even playing football is not that pleasant sometimes. When you are kicked, when you are bruised, uh, when you're broken, but I think this kind of negativity is much more positive than putting poison in your body. So, oh, I think I'm able to manage my own my own preparations for the new week. Uh, in general, I have good standards, and uh, when I feel that something serious is coming up next week, I cope with the nonsense, and I prepare myself well for the work. Energy. Have some energy in me, and I wish you to have more or less the same. That's a really cool way to go. Confidence is rising, and your ability skills are improving when you're really smart and strategic about your approach. It's really worth it. Happy Monday, everyone. and have a good working week. Don't do work that you don't want to do if you don't think it's not serving to your higher purpose. I think it's better to change your direction in life, in professional life, and don't do it mm, right now. Like don't go uh, don't go crazy with radical choices in one day. You better prepare yourself for the better life, for the wealth, for the health, for the sake of the kids of yours, and uh, you, you just have to understand that kinda hap- happiness is the way to success.